Hey everyone, I've had some requests for some more core focus flows, so that is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be playing with a couple of plank variations, everyone's favorite, facing the mat, as well as side planks, heading towards Vashisthasana with our leg up, maybe. So we'll be strengthening a lot through the core, the shoulders, as well as opening through the hips. And before we begin, I would love to propose a question, which is, why do you think having a strong core is important? What is the purpose of our abdominals? To help with this question, it might be good to think about where they are in the body. It's around the torso, and what's also around the torso, our spine. Our spine is a really integral part of our body. Not only does it protect inner organs, but it also provides structure. It also has a lot of really important nerves that travel up and down it, part of our central nervous system. And we want this to be as safe and as stable as possible, and having a strong core allows us to do that. How it does it is that it prevents movement. So anti-flexion, anti-extension, anti-rotation, that is one of the primary purposes of our abdominals and our back. Of course, there are other ones as well, but it is not just about looking good, it's about feeling strong, stable, and healthy. We are going to begin in a seat. You can either be kneeling with your toes untucked, or you can pull them underneath you so you're sitting up on your toes. Just for fun. And before we begin to move, let's just close down the eyes and take about 5 deep belly breaths. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. And just know at any point you can untuck the toes again. It's just a nice way to stretch out the back of the feet. And continue to breathe like this. Just clasp your hands into fists and roll out the wrists. Making circles in one direction. And then swapping them out for the other direction. If you're still comfortable being on your toes, stay here. Of course, untuck at any time. Reach your hands down your thighs. Pull on your legs. Inhale, draw the chest through the belly through cow pose. As you exhale, round the upper back, tuck the chin in towards the chest, protract your shoulder blades. Inhale to pull through, arch the spine, lift the chest. Exhale to round. Let's go about 2 more. So we're just bringing some mobility into the back and the front of our body. Go 1 more. And then come back through a neutral spine. Bring your hands in front of you, untuck the toes, tap them out on the ground. Let's continue those cat and cow shapes. Inhaling, opening up. Exhaling to draw inwards, belly lifts. And you might add on some barrel rolls, moving the ribs side to side. And as we do this, really focus on the hands. Spread the fingertips wide, making sure the hands are underneath the shoulders. And for a few people, some of us, we think our shoulders are quite narrow. They're a little wider. I mean, I've got quite broad shoulders, so I might be just speaking from personal experience, but this is just going to give us a wider base of support in our practice today. Come back through center. So a neutral spine is when the spine is long, there's a tiny little curve in the lower back, okay, but there's a slight tuck of the ribs, the bottom of the rib cage towards the hips. Inhale as you extend your right toes towards the back of the mat. They might hover. And then as you exhale, reach the right toes, the right foot to the side, hover it off the ground, aiming for the foot to be in line with the hips, engaging through the outer glute. Big breath in through the nose. Exhale, place the foot down to the side, shift forward and back. As we do so, aim to keep the spine neutral for as long as possible. So what can help with this is imagining tipping the hips forward as you shift your hips back, helping to open through the adductors, the inside of the leg, the groin, as well as the hamstrings. Important parts of the body to open if you're going to practice full Vashisthasana side plank later on. One more breath. Coming back through center, you might stay with both hands on the ground, or you could tap the right hand to the left shoulder. Start to feel the core engage as well as the glutes. Maybe stay here, or left hand to the right shoulder. Notice your weight shift back slightly to keep the spine long. Maybe you stay here and hold, or you could reach your arms overhead. If you are taking this option, keep the spine long. No rounding through the lower back. Again, that prevention of anti-flexion to keep the spine safe. One more breath. Hands come down to the ground, tuck onto the left toes, hover the left knee off the ground, just a little. There's a protraction of your shoulder blades here, so you're puffing up through your upper back. That's going to help engage what's called the serratus anterior, the sides of the shoulders, the torso. You might stay here. If you felt like a little more, maybe your right foot hovers off the ground as well. One more breath. Bring your right leg back in, lower down to tabletop. Okay, let's try that on the other side. So push the hands down, create space between the chest and the floor. Inhale as you extend your left leg back, flex the foot. As you exhale, sweep it over to the left, aiming for in line with the hip, and then holding. One more breath. And then bringing the left foot to the ground, little shift forward and back. Pressing through the outer edge of the feet. The foot, I should say, the left foot. Coming back through center, long spine. You might stay here or left hand to right shoulder. Shift your hips back a little. Maybe it's right hand to left shoulder as well. Engage the glutes slightly, in particular the right one. There's a little tip from the pelvis. You might stay here or arms over your head. The back of the body is also part of the core. We want to switch that on. One more breath in. Exhale, hands down. Keep the leg where it is, but tuck the right toes, hover the right knee off the ground. One more breath. And stay here if you felt like a little more, just one breath with the left foot lifted. Slide the left foot in, lower the knees down. Hui. Step the hands forward. Big breath in as you take a ripple through the spine. Lower the hips down to the ground. Lower yourself down to the ground as well. Sphinx pose. Elbows come underneath the shoulders. Push the forearms down into the ground, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. There is an engagement through the glutes, a lift of the chest up towards the sky. One more breath. And then lower the chest slightly, push up to your knees, forearm plank. So to find a neutral spine here, just like I said before, we want to knit the rib cage towards the hips. There's a slight tuck of the tailbone as well. This is going to prevent excessive extension through the lower back. If you felt like more tuck the toes, lift the knees off the ground. Right hand reaches towards the left elbow. Lower the heels towards the right side of your mat. Side plank, lifting the left hand up to the sky. So you might like to have your feet split like me. I know some people prefer to have their feet stacked. Always the option with the right knee down. Big breath in, lift the hips a little higher. As you exhale, tap the hips towards the ground. A few more times. Inhale, lift up, maybe left hand over your head, bicep by ear. Exhale to tap down. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. So using more of our obliques now. Exhale to lower. Let's go 1 more. Inhale, lift up. This time as you exhale, left hand comes to the center of the mat. Come onto your toes. Vashisthasana, side plank, lifting the right hand up. So this time we're on our hand. If you've got any wrist injuries, then left forearm can be down as well. Lower the hips towards the ground, reach the right hand back, and then lift your hips back up. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. 2 more. In this one, we are intentionally creating side flexion. Really nice for opening through the side body. 1 more. Lowering down. Exhale, lifting up, holding. If you can, see if you can lift the right knee towards the right armpit. Big breath in, start to look forward. As you exhale, step the right foot to the outside of the mat, coming into a lunge position. Big breath in through the nose, lift the chest. As you exhale, lengthen the right leg, long pyramid pose. Inhale to bend. Exhale to lengthen. Let's go 2 more. Great option with a block underneath the hands for a little more height, a little more support. Holding pyramid, 1 more breath. You might even lift the right toes off the ground, imagining the right hip pulling back, left hip pulling forward. Come back into your lunge. You could drop the left knee down if you felt like more. Left knee off. Stay here. Or right hand to left shoulder. Maybe left hand joins to the right shoulder. Stay here, or both hands reach forward. Keep the spine long. Lift the chest away from the thighs. So even though the lower body is active here, so is our back. 1 more breath. Lift all the way up, breathe in, lengthen the right leg. As you exhale, hop your left foot forward a little. Open to the left side of your mat, setting up for Trikonasana triangle pose. Before we head there, breathe in, flip the right hand. Exhale, reverse triangle, left hand down the left thigh. Tuck the rib cage in. Inhale, reach the right hand forward, push the hips back. As you exhale, right hand to the right shin, left hand reaching up to the sky. So in this position as well, we're using our core to lift us up, to pull the left rib towards the left hip. This is preventing side flexion, keeping the core more active, the spine longer. Looking down to the ground, shift your weight into your right foot, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Inhale, lift the left foot high. Hold for your exhale. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. You could anchor the right hand down on the ground for support, or you can hover it, making it more challenging. I just completely fell over there. Warrior 2, breathe in as you step back. Right toes facing forward, left toes facing the side. Exhale to hold. Okay, a little bit of a tricky transition here. Pivot towards your right foot. Left elbow comes down to the ground, almost like you're trying to reach to the right ankle. Step your right foot back to the left side plank with the forearm down. Inhale as you lower your hips down. The hips. Right arm reaches over the head. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 2 more. Remember, at any point, left knee can be down on the ground. 1 more. This time, right hand comes to the center of the mat. Tuck onto the toes, push away, open to the left. Side plank on the left. Lower your hips down to the ground. Breathing in. Exhale, lifting up. 3 more. You might notice that with the hand, it's a little harder because there's more range for our hips to lift, meaning we have to use the core even more. Holding at the top, pushing the right foot down onto the ground, maybe the left knee lifts up towards the armpit. Big breath in, look forward. As you exhale, lightly step your left foot to the outside of the mat. Walk the hands on the inside of the leg. Right knee down or lifted. Inhale for your lunge. And then as you exhale, lengthen your leg, hips back. Let's go 2 more. Maybe the left ball of the foot lifts off as well in your pyramid. Holding your pyramid with 1 more breath. Pulling your left hip back, right hip forward. Coming back through center. Lunge. So remember, knee down or knee lifted. Left hand might come to the right shoulder. Right hand to the left shoulder. Stay here or breathe in, reach both hands forward. Exhale, hold. So there's a little push-pull action coming on. Little pull of the hips down to the ground, but there's a little push through your left foot to keep the quadricep and the glute active. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. 1 more breath. Lift all the way up. Inhale, lengthen your left leg. As you exhale, hop your right foot in a little. Open to the right side of your. It is windy. Setting up for Trikonasana triangle pose. Flip your left hand. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, hold. Inhale, come back through center, reach your left hand forward, hips to the back of the mat. As you exhale, left hand to the left shin, right hand high. Tuck the tailbone. Right shoulder back so it stacks on top of the left. Look down to your left foot, half moon. Inhale, shift your weight over. As you exhale, lift your right leg high. A lot of oblique work happening here to keep the spine stable. 1 more breath. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale as you step your right foot back. Left knee bent. Exhale, hold. Look over your left hand. Now start to shift down to the ground. Right elbow comes down. As best as you can, without the hand, step your left foot back. Forearm plank. 1 more time on the other side. Lower your hips down, breathe in. Exhale, lift up. Let's go 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Left hand comes down to the center of the mat. Inhale, reach the right hand high. Hold for your exhale. Inhale, lower the hips. Exhale, lift up. 2 more. Spreading fingertips wide on the ground, getting that wide base of support. 1 more. Holding at the top. Right knee pulls up to the right armpit. Big breath in, look forward. Exhale, step the right foot to the outside of the mat. Inhale, lunge, lift the chest. Exhale, lengthen. 2 more. Coming back to lunge. Maybe you stay here, maybe hands to opposite shoulder, or if you want, hands forward. One more breath. Lift all the way up, big breath in, lengthen the legs. Exhale, hop your left foot forward, anchor the heel down, open to the left side of the mat. Reverse, inhale, flip the right hand, reach it up and over. Exhale, hold. Trikonasana, inhale, right hand forward, push your hips back. Exhale, right hand down. If you had the space to do so, you might bring peace fingers to your right big toe. If the spine's not bending too much and the left shoulder isn't collapsing. So keep it open, push your hips forward. Look down to the ground. Inhale, Ardha Chandrasana, shift your weight into your right foot. Hold for your exhale. And if you did feel like more here, you could reach the arms over your head. Warrior two, inhale, step back. Exhale. Look down, left elbow comes down to the ground. Right foot steps back, forearm plank. Exhale, hold. Lower the hips, inhale. As you exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale. One more. Can you lift your hips a little higher? Right hand comes down to the center of the mat. Shift the feet over. Lift the left hand. Lower your hips down. Inhale. Oh, my obliques are feeling it. Exhale. Inhale. With control. Exhale. One more. Holding. Left knee pulls up to the chest, to the armpit. Big breath in. Look forward. Exhale, step the left foot to the outside of the mat. Drop the hips, inhale, lunge. Exhale, lengthen the leg. Two more. Come back to your lunge. Find your hands of choice. Inhale, lift your arms up, lengthen your left leg. Exhale, hop your right foot forward, anchor the heel, open to the side. Flip the left hand, inhale, reverse. Hold for your exhale. Push your feet down, ribs in, inhale, come back through center. Left hand forward, hips back, create length. Exhale, Trikonasana. Again, if you had space on this side, maybe left peace fingers come underneath the left big toe. Look down to the ground. Shift your weight into your left foot, Ardha Chandrasana. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe arms reach over your head. Warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. This time, just frame out your front foot. Inhale, and then as you exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Ripple forward, inhale, come to your high plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale to a back bend of choice. Might be cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose, hips towards the heels. And for this variation, you might like to bring the hands by your side towards your feet. Another option is to lift your hips slightly and bring your forearms underneath your thighs. Just a nice way to almost massage out the forearms. You could shift your hips from side to side. I'm also feeling this in my calves. And then just release the hands, walk yourself back. So we're going to have a little time to workshop some different side plank variations. Now, if there's something in mind that you want to have a play with, go for it. Otherwise, I will demonstrate the full Vinyasa. The easiest way to get into it is to find a lunge. You'll take your peace fingers around your big toe. Bring the hand to the center of the mat. You'll drop the heel to the side. Try keeping the legs straight as you lift your hips up, pushing the heel up to the sky. And the higher you lift the hips, the easier this becomes for your shoulder. Okay, because you're actually taking some weight off the arm. So if you wanted to give that a try, then you're most welcome to. Just make sure that you do both sides. Another cool variation could just be that knee to armpit that we did before. You could do a tree pose, foot on the inside of the thigh. You could try Vinyasa, this one with the forearm down. That would be quite challenging. And then eventually coming down. Okay, we are going to slow things down pretty quickly. Take a little shake out with your hands. Shift your weight forward. Let's lie down on our backs. Setting up for a glute bridge. Bring the feet behind the hips. We've done a lot of opening through the hips today, so it's good to get them in a neutral position. Hands down by the sides. Inhale at the bottom, press your lower back down to the mat. As you exhale, drive the feet down into the ground, lifting the hips up. Tuck the chin in. You might say here you could interlace the fingertips, rocking high into the shoulders, so you're creating a little more of a back bend here. Imagining the heels trying to drag towards your knuckles. And then release the hands. Lower yourself down. Bring the knees on top of your hips and your hands out by your sides, palms facing down. You could say here if you felt like more toes could be long. Big breath in through the nose. As you exhale, drop the knees or the toes over to the right. So it's kind of like an active twist. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, dropping to the left. And if you're doing the extended version, you'll notice that it's a lot harder. The load is further away from the body. A couple more times in your own breath. And here we're actively using rotation as a way to strengthen, in particular the obliques. So even though I said one of the main purposes of the core is anti-movement, sometimes movement is also really good for strengthening the core as well as mobilizing the different joints. Let's all bring the toes up to the sky. Big breath in through the nose. Glue the lower back down to the ground. As you exhale, lower your feet. Could be a little, could be a lot. Try to go no lower than 30 degrees. Hold. One more breath. And then eventually maybe landing the feet down for Shavasana, or you could be in constructive rest with your feet wide, your knees knocking together. We'll just be here for a couple minutes in stillness, closing down the eyes and slowing the breath down, slowing the heart rate down. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Find that belly breath again. Exhale through the nose or the mouth. Let it go. Let's find our way up into a seat. To close out our practice together. Finding a tall spine. Thanking our body for being, for allowing us to move and to live. It's really incredible what our bodies can do and the amount of evolution we've had to make it this way. Big breath in. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. Thank you, my friends. I really hope that you enjoyed the practice. Let me know how you found it down in the comments below. And if you've got any future requests, I love to hear them and to give back to you. So you can write them down there. I can't wait to move with you again sometime soon, whether that's here on YouTube or on Patreon, where we have some longer exclusive classes. I'll see you on the next one.